Now let's take a look. $61,000 into space. Nothing going on. Is it launching? Where's the video? I need to see. Isn't there a video too? He's going to call him Rhino Rhonda. What is happening? Why is it not working? No, there's got to be a video of it. I'm sure there's a video of it. No, this isn't what we're looking for. Wait, no, for real. What the fuck? It's audio only? No, there's no video at all? Well, it turns out it's not only that there's no video at all. There's no fucking audio at all, too. Details not available. Wait, what? Bro, what the fuck? Am I crazy? Is this like a me issue, or is it crashing for everyone? Can someone actually see it? Is there anyone out there that can fucking see it? They're getting prepared to launch it. Is it DDoS? Is crashing everyone? I can't even join. I'm not going to move it, and I'm not going to refresh this. It keeps going in and out of details not available. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, where? Kaya doesn't like no video. Kaya hates that there's no video. I refreshed Twitter Spaces, is no longer available on the homepage. Has anyone had access to the audio? Please. Guys, this isn't it. Stop sending me this fucking dumb shit. The Join Our America comeback is literally just his campaign launch. I'm gonna fucking kiss myself. Shut the fuck up. Stop sending me the same dumb shit over and over again. That's not the video, man. I'm in it. I just can't hear anything. Is there actual audio somewhere?
Twitter Elon town hall.
And Elon wants Trump back on Twitter, I think, more than anything on earth.
No, this is a different space.
I don't know Elon personally, but I can tell you, like, the guy's making memes of like a celibate monk looking at a woman of the night and like.
Yeah, that is just a random space, brother. That's just it. No audio on mobile app either. It's still preparing. God, this is such a fucking stupid way to... God, it's such a dumb way to start. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God, it's awesome. It's so sick. Relying on notorious con man Elon Musk and his fucking shit ass platform that he broke for your stupid fucking starting point for your campaign is so bad. It's so dumb. It's awesome. It's so fucking awesome. That's great. Just hand the W to Trump right now. We're in the space. I'm not moving. This is great. This is fucking great. This is so sick. Let's tune into Fox News Live right now. Let's see what they're talking about on Fox News Live. Or on CNN Live. Let's see what CNN's talking about. I'm sure they will tune in live to this, no?
They're expecting to hear that official announcement imminently. And Wolf, there's been a lot of talk about, will he do kind of a formal announcement with a speech in a crowd? And it's unclear at this point if he will do that. What we do know is that they have made a deliberate choice to do it in this way, and reminding everyone we are expecting it to be audio only. So we will only be hearing the announcement on Twitter Spaces, which allows only for audio. We will not be seeing it. Wolf.
All right, Jessica, stand by. I want to bring in our political experts for more analysis right now. Jeff Zeleny. He did just tweet that I am running for president. That's a significant moment in and of itself. But how do you expect him to make his case during this rather unconventional interview appearance on Twitter?
Well, if he certainly is going to introduce himself as the leading alternative to former President Donald Trump. He's a 44-year-old governor of Florida serving his second term. Of course, just about 6 months or so ago, he won by nearly 20% of the vote. That, of course, is going, or by 20 percentage points. That is going to be a much easier race than the one he is facing right now. He's going to, of course, be locked in a very competitive contest with Donald Trump. Those sparring back and forth has already begun, but we are just getting our first sense of a video that he sent out along with this tweet. He's talking about securing the borders. He's talking about inflation. He's talking about, as he explains it, the great American comeback. But what he needs to do is show that he is up for the task. So he's going to essentially present the Florida blueprint, as he calls it, those conservative laws that he has signed into a law in Florida as a calling card to states across the country. The question is how those will be received. In the primary,
there was audio
primary
here.
Voters, they certainly, many of them welcome that. Among other voters, they may not. So he is certainly entering.
Right. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, everyone, depending on wherever in the world you're joining us from. I'm broadcasting live from Twitter headquarters. It's David Sachs here. Elon is sitting next to me, and we want to welcome you to this historic Twitter Spaces event, and more broadly, a first in the history of social media. Tonight, I'm pleased to introduce two individuals who've done more to loosen the.
It's so what? No, double audio and then muted. No fucking way. No fucking way, dog. No fucking way. All it took was 245,000 people to brick this. Twitch has better servers, man. Who do you have running the fucking website on the back end, brother?
All right, sorry about that. We've got so many people here that I think we are kind of melting the servers. Which is a good sign.
263,000 melts the servers?
I'd like to just introduce the folks in the room here. So it's safe to say we wouldn't be making history without the man sitting next to me, Elon Musk. His decision to purchase this platform last year to restore it to its original mission as a beacon for free speech, and even to expose Twitter's past complicity with a government censorship regime might have surprised many, but not those of us who've known and worked with Elon for nearly a quarter century. His commitment to freedom and his willingness to put his money where his mouth is, upset the narrative control imposed on us by our government, elite institutions, and corporate media. Go ahead and send a heart up if you want to say thank you, Elon. Governor DeSantis first drew my attention and support when I saw how he responded to the COVID pandemic, and refused to believe what we now know to be the many falsehoods that government experts and their media mouthpieces were feeding us. He kept Florida's schools open and its economy thriving, while my state of California chose 2 years of learning loss and lockdowns that we have yet to fully.
Dude, what? Ron DeSantis left? Is this a throw? Oh my, what is happening? Did he do this on purpose for Donald Trump? What is going on, man? Oh my God, this is so bad. Oh my God, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's not just bad for DeSantis. It's so bad for Elon Musk too. What a fucking clown ass, dude. It's so pathetic that it feels like this was a deliberate throw. Like Ron was the sacrificial lamb, and Elon was like, yes, I'm going to throw my entire platform apart for you, Mr. Trump. Like, what? That is mind-boggling to me, that it is so fucking broken. Oh, my Lord. I don't want to touch anything because I don't want to lose anything. There's nothing. If 200,000 people can't listen to audio on...
Yeah, I think so.
Just to simplify this.
This is so funny. Bro, this is like a high school project.
I think we're just going to use your... There's 382,000 people in the room.
All right, great. So let's see.
So they just keep crashing, huh?
They're hot miking!
Just a
They're hot miking!
Online.
They're hot miking!
Servers are straining somewhat.
Oh, dude, you could not have written a better, more poetic situation. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Donald Trump is going to fuck Elon Musk after this, okay? He is going to have butt sex with Elon Musk and his entire family. He is going to fuck Ron DeSantis and Elon Musk together, okay?
Right, we're just reallocating.
He's going to grow a second and third dick to fuck them at the same time. What the fuck?
So,
What is going on?
I'm
How?
excited to have Governor DeSantis make this.
Oh my God! Whoa! They're so bad! Oh! They're so fucking bad. Oh my God, this is so bad. This is so bad. Please never tell me billionaires are the smartest motherfuckers on the planet ever again. Never tell me that billionaires are the smartest motherfuckers on the planet ever again. This is the wealthiest billionaire. Calm down, Kaya. We got to be here for this. History is being made right now. $44 billion. Can't operate an audio-only space, dude. That is brilliant. That is bold. That is beautiful. It is so funny, and it was so predictable. I fucking tweeted about it on the platform that we're on. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. I don't know if Elon Musk knows this, but like, the radio was capable of doing this, what they're doing right now, like a AM radio was capable of doing what they're trying to do right now in like the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. So really bad. I mean, really, really fucking bad overall. If you think I'm going to refresh, you're out of your fucking mind. No, if I refresh, I will absolutely be kicked out of coverage. There's no shot I'm touching it. Open an incognito. Wait, what do you mean? Is there actually audio somewhere and I'm not hearing it? Is there actually audio somewhere and I'm not hearing it? Is there actually audio and I'm not the one hearing it? No, there's no audio. So why the fuck would I refresh?
Okay. So,
no, there is no audio on David Pacman's live stream either. You're just trying to promote David Pacman's live stream. You're so funny, dude. No, there is no audio on any of the live streams that are trying to fucking watch it. You're just trying to use this as an opportunity to literally, first of all, an audio-only presidential campaign announcement is so fucking dumb. Trying to do it on Twitter is the dumbest thing you could have done. The absolute dumbest, the stupidest thing you could have done, because you relied on the biggest con man on the fucking planet. It is so incredibly toast. It is so fucking stupid. Bro, do you think this will have lasting ramifications for DeSantis' campaign? Does DeSantis have a campaign? Does DeSantis' campaign even exist? I don't know. He hasn't announced that he's running for it yet. Also, not only that, but like, the campaign already was slated to fail, but he thought he could do a gimmicky thing. And now the gimmick is that he relied on a fucking stupid con man that was going to deliver him something that he never had the capability of delivering. Now, Elon has done this his entire fucking career. Okay? Elon's done this his entire career. But the best part about this, I love this. You want to know why I love this? Because the best part about this is that a lot of eyeballs are on this. So I don't even give a fuck about Ron DeSantis getting owned in this circumstance. I give a fuck about people and the hundreds of thousands of eyeballs that are on this, looking at Elon and seeing how fucking stupid he is. Okay? I've moved beyond Elon Musk. I've moved beyond Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis was never a person to begin with. He was never a competition to begin with. Donald Trump was going to make mincemeat out of him. He was going to call him Little Rhonda or a meatball, and it would have been fucking over. Joe Biden's team is making fun of him. No way. He said, this link works. Look alive, Jack. This is beautiful. This is poetry in motion. This is everything that you would have expected. Tucker Carlson's probably sitting there shitting out of his doo-doo ass right now, thinking about how fucking awful his career is. Like, thinking about how awful his career is now. What he went from the most popular news commentator in the fucking country, okay, to this is what's going to happen to Tucker as well, because you fucking idiots relied on a billionaire who has presented himself as this like brilliant Tony Stark motherfucker. Meritocracy is a lie, and Elon Musk proves it at every step of the way. But another thing Elon Musk proves, as a matter of fact, is the reality that there are so many stupid fuckers out there who don't care that he's a fucking dumb baboon, who keeps failing every step of the way, who has failed. Audio's back. He's hot micing again on my end. Why is he not? What the fuck? Give me another server where it like actually is hot micing. Let's see. I'm gonna try to join again. It says preparing to launch here. It's not actually launching. I'll go to CNN. Maybe they'll show it. Maybe they're live streaming it.
Major news we're following, including the pressure growing right now on President Biden and House Speaker McCarthy to reach a deal on.
Wait, he did hot mic a little bit. Dog, just open page in new tab. You can keep the one you're still open. I have it on the other. Oh, everybody shut the fuck up. I'm on the other page. I have it over here as well, okay? This is yet another Twitter Spaces tab that I have, and I keep refreshing it with hopes that I can get something. It ended. It didn't end on my end. Oh my God. 21 minutes of silence is what we got? With 3 hot mic moments, this is all we got? 21 minutes of silence? They're talking now? Where, motherfucker? We can play the recording if you want.
Past complicity with a government. The history of social media. Tonight, I'm pleased to introduce two individuals who've done more to support when I saw how he responded to the COVID pandemic and refused to.
Wait, what? They did do it. That's awesome.
Who've done more history. Or good morning, everyone, depending on wherever in the world you're joining us from. I'm broadcasting live from Twitter headquarters. It's David Sachs here. Elon is sitting next to me, and we want to welcome you to this historic Twitter Spaces event, and more broadly, a first in the history of social media. Tonight, I'm pleased to introduce two individuals who've done more to loosen the.
That's incredible.
Melting the servers, which is a good sign. All right, I'd like to just introduce the folks in the room here. So it's safe to say we wouldn't be making history without the man sitting next to me, Elon Musk. His decision to purchase this platform last year to restore it to its original mission as a beacon for free speech, and even to expose Twitter's past complicity with a government censorship regime might have surprised many, but not those of us who've known and worked with Elon for nearly a quarter century. His commitment to freedom and his willingness to put his money where his mouth is upset the narrative control imposed on us by our government, elite institutions, and corporate media. Go ahead and send a heart up if you want to say thank you, Elon. Governor DeSantis first drew my attention.
It's so funny to glaze up Elon as if everything is blowing apart.
And refused to believe what we now know to be the many falsehoods that government experts and their media mouthpieces were feeding us. He kept Florida's schools open and its economy thriving, while my state of California chose 2 years of learning loss and lockdowns that we have yet to fully.
That's fire. He's on David Sachs. It's not over. Where is David Sachs? Is he actually interviewing him right now? Wait.
All right, here we go.
That's awesome. I hope this breaks too. I hope this fucking breaks as well. That's so funny. Elon Musk. Oh my God, is it breaking again?
All right, I think we're broadcasting. Man, I think we melted the internet there.
Yeah, that was insane. Sorry. I'm actually doing this from David Sachs's Twitter account because it looks like doing it from mine basically broke the Twitter system. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining. We're incredibly excited to announce to have Governor DeSantis on with us with this historic announcement, and then look forward to live Q&A from the audience. So, yeah, with that.
Yeah, I mean, so Governor DeSantis, are you there? Can you hear us? I think you.
I'm here.
Excellent. I know. I think.
I'm here. Oh, finally, the bell of the ball.
Twitter Space, and it was growing by like 50,000 a minute. So, congrats on breaking the internet there.
Well, yeah. Try some new things.
You didn't break shit. It's 400,000 people. You fucking idiot.
But I think the
400,000 people for audio.
For people to hear directly from presidential candidates and to answer a Q&A live, and you can get a sense for how a candidate really is, and where it's not just canned speeches and teleprompters. It's in fact, you can tell by the some of the mistakes that it's real. So with that, I guess I should turn it over to
Well, let's see. So, Governor, there's been a lot of speculation over the last couple of months about your plans. I understand that you may have an announcement to make. We've got, I think, a record audience assembled here.
A record for you doesn't mean
biggest,
a record. What the fuck?
Room that's probably ever been assembled online. What would you like to tell them?
Well, I am running for president of the United States to lead our great American comeback. Look, we know our country's going in the wrong direction. We see it with our eyes and we feel it in our bones. Our southern borders collapse. Drugs are pouring into the country. Our cities are being hollowed out by spiking crime. The federal government's making it harder for the average family to make ends meet and to attain and maintain a middle-class lifestyle. And our president, well, he lacks vigor, flounders in the face of our nation's challenges, and he takes his cues from the woke mob. I don't think it has to be this way. American decline is not inevitable. It is a choice, and we should choose a new direction, a path that will lead to American revitalization. We must restore sanity to our nation. This means embracing fiscal and
Is he a Democrat?
sanity. Stop pricing hardworking Americans out of a good standard of living through inflationary borrow, print, and spending policies, and please embrace American energy independence. This also means replacing the woke mind virus with reality, facts, and enduring principles. Merit must trump identity.
He said we got to cut spending.
We must return normalcy to our communities.
That was the first. That's your first policy. Donald Trump's going to eat your ass.
We cannot have foreigners pouring into our country illegally by the millions. We cannot allow drug cartels to poison our population with fentanyl. Public deserves safe communities, and law and order must be maintained in American cities. We can't have inmates running the asylum, and we must reject attacks on the men and women of law enforcement. We also must reestablish integrity in our institutions. This includes the military. I'm proud to be a Navy veteran, an Iraq veteran, and I revere our services, but when revered institutions like those in our military are more concerned with matters not central to the mission, whether it's
so
warming or
scripted.
gender ideology.
He's trying to do Trump, but with civility, and it's so scripted, it has no pizzazz.
And you need to eliminate these distractions, and we need to get focused on the core mission. We also cannot have true constitutional government if the most significant issues are decided by the whims of unelected bureaucrats rather than the people's elected representatives. Reestablishing integrity in our institutions means we must reinvigorate our constitutional system by returning the government to its rightful owners, we the people. No social or economic transformation without representation. Truth needs to be our foundation. Common sense can no longer be an uncommon virtue. And in Florida, we proved it could be done. We chose facts over fear, education over indoctrination, law and order over rioting and disorder. We held the line when freedom hung in the balance. And we're thriving as a result. Florida is the nation's fastest growing state. We're number one in net in-migration, number one in new business formations, recently ranked number one in education. We have a 50-year low crime rate and one of the lowest.
This is the high as it goes, chat. Shut the fuck up.
In America. But we also understand governing is not entertainment. It's not about building a brand or virtue signaling. It is about delivering results. And our results in Florida have been second to none. We can and we must deliver big results for America. I pledge to be an energetic executive that will take on the important issues.
Is he trying to win Democrats over? Like, is that what he's going for? Because it's so stupid.
We will reverse those policies, and we'll build an economy where working Americans can achieve a good standard of living.
Democrats don't vote in the Republican primary, you fucking idiot.
Massive amounts of drugs to pour into the country. We'll shut down the border, construct a border wall, and hold the drug cartels accountable. Biden's embraced medical authoritarianism.
He must believe that Trump is for sure going to prison or something.
We will ensure that those violations of liberty.
Otherwise, there's no shot.
Biden's allowed woke ideology to drive his agenda. We will never surrender to the woke mob, and we will leave woke ideology in the dustbin of history. Biden's also politicized the military and caused recruiting to plummet. We will eliminate ideological agendas from our military, focus the military on the core mission, and we will reverse the poor.
We're going to make the military Nazi again. Let's
Finally,
go.
Biden's weaponized the power of the administrative state to advance his left-wing agenda. We will reconstitutionalize the executive branch, and we'll bring the administrative state to heel. Now, you can't do any of that if you don't win. There is no substitute for victory. We must end the culture of losing that has infected the Republican Party in recent years. The tired dogmas of the past are inadequate for a vibrant future. We must look forward, not backwards. We need the courage to lead, and we must have the strength to win. And to voters who are participating in this primary process, my pledge to you is this. If you nominate me, you can set your clock to January 20th, 2025 at high noon, because on the west side of the U.S. Capitol, I will be taking the oath of office as the 47th President of the United States. No excuses. I will get the job done. Now, these past few years have given me
if you vote for me, I will win.
The fragility of our freedoms. I never thought I would see things in America that we saw during the COVID-19 pandemic, but our founding fathers were keenly aware of the fragility of freedom. When they framed our Constitution, they came armed with having studied the history of every republic and the history of mankind, and they noticed that all of those experiments only had one thing in common, and it was this. Every single one of them.
I'm not kidding. I think Kamala would be competitive against DeSantis. That's how bad he is.
Of America to determine whether people could really govern themselves. Could we have a society based on the idea that our rights are God-given, not government-granted, and that society functions based on the rule of law, not the rule of individual men? And when Dr. Benjamin Franklin walked out of that convention, he was asked, did you deliver a republic or a monarchy? He said, a republic if you can keep it. They knew freedom didn't run on autopilot. They knew each generation would have a responsibility to safeguard freedom, and it's our responsibility to do so at this important juncture in our nation's history. We have a lot of work to do to ensure the country gets back on track. I ask everybody listening to please join me on this mission. Please invest in our campaign by going to rondesantis.com and making a donation. Thank you. God bless, and I look forward to the discussion.
All right, thank you, Governor. Appreciate that.
That's it?
I guess just as a first follow-up here, thank you for putting up with these technical issues. I think we're definitely breaking new ground here.
Bro,
as far as I know,
I would kiss myself.
No candidate has ever announced their
No,
candidacy.
I would kiss myself after this. I would literally be like, nope.
In a Twitter space. So
nope.
Thank you for doing that.
I can't walk around.
What made you want to kind of take the chance of doing it this way, as opposed to just doing it on
I can't walk around in public after this shit. No way.
Well, when COVID hit, I had to make decisions about, do you go with the crowd or do you look at the data yourself and cut against the grain? And I chose to do the latter. I faced huge blowback for doing that from the bureaucracy, from elites, from the media. But my view was I had to look out for the people I represented, prefer protecting their jobs over trying to safeguard my own political hide. But it was very, very lonely in a lot of those decisions. And part of the reason it was so lonely is because there was a concerted effort to try to stifle dissent. There was an official narrative about lockdowns, about closing schools, about forced masking, about all these different things that we had to navigate during COVID.
If these pussies don't ask him about Trump, they're such fraudulent bitches, dude.
In conjunction with the federal government. And if we can't have an honest debate in a free country about issues that affect hundreds of millions of people, like lockdowns.
He did not post this. Shut the fuck up.
What good is the First Amendment at that point? Those are precisely the times when we needed to have debate be robust. You should not be taking down articles that criticize those draconian policies, and yet that's exactly what happened. So it occurred to me that if that had continued, I think free speech in this country was on its way out the door. And so when Elon Musk stepped up to purchase Twitter, he paid a lot of money for it.
If he did, he would win the
I'm
general.
sure because he's a good businessman, Elon. I'm sure you'll end up making money off it. But bottom line is, you had to put your money where your mouth is, because I think you recognize that you can't have a free society unless we have the freedom to debate the most important issues that are affecting our civilization. That did not happen during COVID. The truth was censored repeatedly. And now that Twitter is in the hands of a free speech advocate, that would not be able to happen again on this Twitter platform. So I think what was done with Twitter is really significant for the future of our country. We cannot have a society in which government is colluding with major tech platforms to enforce an orthodoxy.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're absolutely committed to freedom of speech and a level playing field, and just a vigorous debate. And hopefully this can be a platform that brings people of divergent political views to exchange those views, and perhaps some minds will be changed one way or the other. And but it's just incredibly important, as you highlight, that the First Amendment is irrelevant if all the media and all the and the government.
Bro, you're talking to the guy who violates it every day. He's Mr. Book Burner, you fucking idiot.
The most important amendment, the one that was most urgently added to the Constitution, moot if you cannot have free and open debate. So Twitter was indeed expensive, but free speech is priceless.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
So, Governor, I'm going to ask some questions while we get some other kind of speakers in the queue.
It's so sick for David Sachs to take Elon's cock out of his mouth to ask questions around DeSantis, only to ask questions that he truly cares about to Elon.
I want to ask you about some of these accusations that are being leveled at you. Last week, the NAACP issued a travel advisory against your state, claiming that Florida is not a safe place for minorities to visit. What do you say to those who've been advised that somehow they aren't welcome in your state?
Claiming that Florida is unsafe is a total farce. I mean, are you kidding me? You look at cities around this country, they are awash in crime. In Florida, our crime rate is at a 50-year low. If you look at the top 25 cities for crime in America, Florida does not have a single one amongst the top 25. And if you look at cities like Baltimore and Chicago, you got kids more likely to get shot than to receive a first-class education. Yet I don't see the NAACP.
Florida is just a little under the national violent crime rate.
Happening in those areas. So this
just
is
a little bit.
Stunt. These left-wing groups have been doing it for many, many years. And at the end of the day, what they're doing is colluding with legacy media to try to manufacture a narrative. Now, the good news is fewer and fewer Americans are gullible enough to believe this dribble. And
nowhere near as low as like California,
where people can debunk these lies in real time. And I would just say, as an American citizen, if you are uncritically accepting narratives spun by legacy media and left-wing groups, you're failing at your job of being a conscientious citizen. And I think people just see right through it. And oh, by the way, have any of these travel advisories, because they've been doing this for a while, these left-wing groups, have any of them worked? Well, we're the #1 state for net in-migration and have been every year since I've been governor. We just capped the highest quarter for tourism in the history of the state of Florida. And our view is we want everybody to succeed regardless of their skin color. We don't divvy up people by race. At the same
dog,
time,
people are trying to see it one last time before it sinks.
That we have in Florida more Black-owned businesses than any state in the nation. And we've also had more African Americans lead state agencies.
I just want to see it one last time, bro.
Than at any time in Florida history. But with us, they're there because of merit, not because we're trying to play identity politics. And if you want to look at education, the Black students in Florida perform much higher than Black students in most other states. We rank #3 in 4th grade reading and #2 in 4th grade math amongst our Black students.
What about other grades?
And oh, by the way, the head of the NAACP lives in Florida, and a lot of their board members have put out on social media during my governorship Florida vacations where they seem to be having an awful good time.
That's great. Well, I mean, Florida's a great state, and I think everyone,
it's actually a good own, except he's so uncharismatic, he can't even deliver it well.
I mean, I saw some.
That's literally a great own. He should have just said, if they hate Florida so much, why do they live here?
Listens to this Spaces on Twitter is basically a Nazi. That was
the Atlantic, and then Vanity Fair said that that you were hosting or interviewing because David Duke wasn't available.
Oh yes.
Although I'm not totally sure who they were saying was David Duke. I don't know if it was you or Governor DeSantis. It's sort of a little bit unclear, but
I think this is a function of the legacy media, these corporate journals. They're in their little bubble. And to draw allusions to stuff like that, I mean, how crazy do you have to be? But in their little bubble, it sounds like they're making some type of profound point. And so part of, I think, what Twitter
It's a joke, and it's not even a good one. Why are you so bent? They make it seem like that's the narrative overall. You're not, brother, you are not as scary as Donald Trump to these people, okay? You will never be him.
That's not a good way, I think, to live. It's also not a good way to be a critical thinker, because no one's ever going to question obviously wrong assumptions, because everybody around you shares them.
Absolutely.
I think they become totally
critical thinking. Shut the fuck up. Donald Trump does not do critical thinking.
Over the media is being, disintermediated.
Yeah.
Because now, candidates for president can just speak directly to people through platforms like Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, the amazing thing about Twitter and things like Spaces are that, although I happen to be hosting it, I had to switch over to David hosting it because my account was actually
there's too much interest.
But my account was breaking the system, but there's really never been a mechanism before where someone could address the nation, or anyone who wanted to listen to them could from anywhere in the world.
I know. AOC gave a shout out.
Anywhere.
I said, let's run it back. I replied to her. I said, let's run it back.
Really profound change.
Juice it.
And it's also like it's not just whether the media reports something, an article is true or not. Even more powerful is deciding what the narrative is. And
totally.
so, it's just like, if there's only so much you can actually fit in a newspaper or a magazine.
Juice it.
And there's only one thing you can really put on the cover of a magazine. So that whoever's deciding that is deciding to not talk about other things. Whereas with a public digital town square like we have here,
bro, they're glazing Twitter Spaces more than they're glazing DeSantis. This is so awesome.
Instead of
when Twitter Spaces has demonstrably been a failure,
which I don't recognize the irony of me using that phrase. But
what are you saying right now?
It's true, and you judge by the results that this is a means for the people to decide the narrative, and for the people to decide which way a debate will go. Not sort of 5 editors-in-chiefs of a few newspapers, basically.
Yeah, and I think one of the really crazy things that happened during COVID is that social networks really started censoring dissenting viewpoints on COVID, medical viewpoints that ended up being totally correct in lockstep with what the mainstream media was doing. So basically, big tech platforms were undermining their main reason for existing, which is giving people a choice. And actually, there's somebody who I think knows more about that than any of us, which is Dr. Jay Bhattacharya, who's a professor of medicine at Stanford. I want to pull him in here. Jay, you go ahead and unmute yourself if you can. It'd be great to hear from you. I know that during COVID, you worked with Governor DeSantis. It'd be great just to hear a little bit about your interactions and if you have a question for the governor.
Yeah, thank you, David. Yeah, I mean, it was an absolute honor to work with Governor DeSantis, and I was really impressed by his decision making in the face of an absolute firestorm of criticism.
AOC replied,
but he, Governor, you did the right thing when you opened the schools. And my kids in California for a year and a half.
We found something good to come out of all of this.
Let's
go!
Whereas Florida kids were in school. And you can see it in the results, and the learning loss numbers are so much better in Florida. I'm really curious, Governor, as you're running for president, what are your thoughts about reforming, the public health authority in the United States and the federal government, the CDC, the FDA, the NIH? How do you see the reforms we need so that the mistakes of the lockdowns that happened during the pandemic don't happen again when there's another pandemic?
Well, first, we need an honest reckoning about what happened during COVID. And the only honest reckoning is that all of those agencies, all of the elites, the public health establishment, they failed. They instituted bad
society
policies.
has moved beyond COVID.
Obviously, it's a novel virus.
Constantly talking about how good you were during lockdowns is only going to win the governorship.
That the path
That's it.
was wrong.
That's as far as it goes,
they
bitch.
Doubled down and wanted to do it even more. And I really believe had Florida not just kind of stood in the way, I think this country would have had rolling lockdowns for probably a 2-year period. And so their impulses were authoritarian. They were not following the data. And I think the U.S. government needs to acknowledge the failures. And I think all of those agencies need to be cleaned out. What I saw just dealing with them was I saw a interest in the narrative and in politics over evidence-based reasoning and evidence-based medicine.
Billions of people
And so I
died,
don't have
but like the
confidence
American
that those
psyche has
agencies are
moved
up to
beyond
the task.
COVID.
And I think you need major,
And
major
the only
overhaul
people who
of
still
the
talk about
whole
COVID
enchilada
are
with
people who are
respect to
either
public health in this country.
pro-maskers, who understandably, disability advocates and whatnot,
with that?
or
I mean, I
the people
think
who are
the,
anti-maskers who think about like the
other
good
thing
old
that I
days and
saw
how
during
far
the
they got
pandemic,
fucked
Governor,
over.
You was
And that
subject
is
to it just
in
as
the
much as
edges
I
of
was,
society.
when we were
The
talking
broad
about
majority
COVID.
does not care.
YouTube censored a video of us
Bringing that back is not a viable campaign
hosted
strategy.
on COVID policy. There's so much of the federal government infrastructure went
Especially
into
for the broad
suppressing
majority, they don't want to
honest
think about
scientific discussion during
COVID.
the pandemic. So it's not just public health agencies, but other agencies inside the federal government that worked to suppress the speech of Americans. And I'd love to hear
That's
your thoughts on that.
hilarious.
No question. So
Copium,
I'm actually, in Florida,
copium started.
recognize the danger there. So I'm actually going to be signing a digital bill of rights for Florida pretty soon, which will bar all state and local government officials from colluding or working with a technology company for the purpose of censorship of speech. Because you're exactly right. You had people in the White House, you had people in all these other agencies working with these platforms to try to take it down. And oh, by the way, what did they censor Dr. Bhattacharya for? It was a roundtable discussion that I led and convened. We had Dr. Bhattacharya, MD, PhD from Stanford. We had Martin Kulldorff from Harvard Medical School, and we had Sunetra Gupta from Oxford, who was generally viewed as one of the best epidemiologists across the pond until she became anti-lockdown. So these are all eminent people.
This is pretty funny.
Discussing? We're discussing whether there's any scientific
Trump
basis
did that.
to force a school child to wear a mask for 8 hours a day. They all agreed there was no basis to do it and that you should not have school mask mandates. YouTube thought that that was, quote, anti-science and that should be taken down. But even at that point, we had already had enough experience in Florida where you had some schools that had done it before the state banned the mandates.
This is so stupid, like a digital bill of rights. Yeah, how about you ask Elon about the digital bill of rights, about what he did with Recep Tayyip Erdogan.
Huge problem. And yes, I think the federal government, FBI,
they don't give a fuck about collaborating with governments.
Any of the health agencies, it's unconstitutional for them to be delegating speech restriction to a private company. You can't do indirectly what the Constitution would clearly forbid you to do directly.
Let me pull in. We have Congressman Thomas Massey.
Hasan Piker.
You're there. Go ahead and unmute yourself. I mean, what we're talking about here is, I think, really unconstitutional actions by federal agencies. Congressman Massey, I know that you've been involved in this problem of government agencies being weaponized and used against the American people in an inappropriate way. Do you have a comment on this? And do you have a question for Governor DeSantis?
Well, first of all, let me say a big thank you to Elon Musk for buying Twitter and exposing all of this. On our weaponization committee, we wouldn't know so much of it if he hadn't done this, almost as a public service to the First Amendment. It's a disturbing trend. Government, as the governor said, the government is colluding with big corporations. We found out this week from an FBI.
Bro, they're riding Elon harder than DeSantis right now.
Voluntarily gave names of and information on.
They're doing tricks on it, dude.
In Washington D.C. from January 5th.
They're doing tricks on it.
Overlaid that with gun purchases that they had on record anywhere in the country for any period of time, and just they say they voluntarily gave that to the FBI. So that's disturbing to me. By the way, I've never met Elon Musk, but I'm one of your biggest fans. I'm the first congressman to have a Tesla. I'm on Starlink, and I would have bought a Powerwall, but I'm off the grid, and you wouldn't sell me one, so I had to make one with a wrecked Model S, and it's been running our house for 5 years. But my
and just for the record,
Elon, do a Nintendo. Drone strike his house, bro.
Our first year as
he bricked your fucking shit.
Tesla, but his license plate is Kentucky Coal.
The dick went all the way through.
Would have that in the country.
Bro,
thanks for
I know now why they actually went with the audio only.
Governor DeSantis, my question.
I know now why they did that. So you can see them sucking each other's cocks.
With me. And why is it that Congress is so feckless at reining in these government agencies? And what do you think we need to do? And if you were president, what would you urge Congress, or what bills would you like to see and sign to rein in this, sort of overreach of government bureaucracy?
Well, first, I think there's a lot that the executive branch can do, and all I will say when it comes
Spinning
to
on the dick like he's a Costco chicken, goddamn.
But buckle up when I get in there, because the status quo is not acceptable, and we are going to make sure that we reconstitutionalize this government. And these agencies are totally out of control. There's no accountability, and we are going to bring that in a very big way. Now, part of the reason it's gotten so bad, power's been consolidated and effectively a fourth branch of government, because Congress hasn't used its two main powers that it has under the Constitution. First, the power of the purse. If an agency is engaging in conduct that is outside the realm of what is legal, or you think it's not good for the public interest, then you can remove the funding for those operations. There's nothing that they're not entitled to get the same level of funding every year, and yet Congress runs the government on autopilot, either continuing resolutions or massive omnibus spending bills. So these agencies are all bulletproof. They know that they're going to end up getting something similar or more every single year, and it creates an incentive for them to abuse their power. The other thing you can do is actually legislate, so you're not delegating to the bureaucracy key issues regarding how to enforce federal law. You should define what you want.
I don't think he realizes that
implement.
getting into the weeds of policy is never going to be good
invitation for the
and popular.
To make really important,
because there's always way more policy driven nerds than you that are going to rip it apart, and it's not even fun for the broader majority.
Do things that are going to transform our society or our country. That is
Elizabeth Warren is the greatest example I can think of.
So would you sign the REINS Act? We passed it out of Judiciary today.
Oh, yeah, no, of course. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. That would, I think, be a great check for that. I also think that we're going to have a good chance to see some of this Chevron deference really curtailed, or maybe even eliminated based on the U.S.
Sagar is right.
Upcoming jurisprudence. And I think that's another reason why the bureaucracy has become so powerful, because courts have basically been told they can pretty much do what they want, and courts are supposed to just defer. I don't think that that's actually correct. I think the courts, they have to make a judgment about what does the law actually say, and you can't
DeSaster
to quote unquote experts in the bureaucracy.
Thank you.
Oh, it's back. We're back.
Right,
we're so back. We're so back, baby. DeSaster. I didn't even think of that.
They blamed you for canceling
DeSaster.
For $1 billion investment in Florida. Said they were canceling 2,000 jobs. I saw other reports that suggested Disney was going to make the cuts anyway, and due to a larger, budget cutting initiative. Regardless of why they did it, why do you feel your fight with Disney remains important, considering you already beat them on the parental rights bill that they opposed? And what would you say to some of your opponents in this race who argue that the fight has dragged on too long?
The dumbest thing he could have done is also go against Murdoch.
Protection of children. We believe jamming gender ideology in elementary school is wrong. Disney obviously supported injecting gender ideology in elementary school. They did oppose our parents' rights legislation. And the fact is, when they opposed it, that was a big deal, because for 50
Tweeted David
years,
Sachs to let you speak. Yeah, he's not
Disney
doing that. Let's
wanted
be real.
something in Florida politics, they pretty much got it. But not this time. I signed the bill. We did, as you say, win on the issue. But what happened was Disney's posturing, some of the other statements that their executives were making, kind of the corporate culture, had really been outed as trying to inject matters of sex into the programming for the youth. And I think a lot of parents, including me, look at that and say, that's not appropriate. I mean, we want our kids to be able to just be kids, and that's kind of our mantra. So you had this setup that Disney engineered many decades ago, where they actually had their own government that they controlled with no accountability. They were exempt from the laws that all their competitors had to follow, massive tax breaks, and they even racked up municipal debt. And Florida basically put them on a pedestal many decades ago and joined the state with this one company at the hip. We just didn't feel that we were comfortable maintaining that relationship. And
so boring,
dude.
Boring
status. So Disney has to live under the same laws as everybody. They got to pay the same taxes as everybody, and obviously they'll be responsible for those debts. So the reason why there's a quote fight is just because they filed a lawsuit against the state of Florida.
We're rocking with Trump. Boring. We're voting for Trump in the Republican primaries.
But I don't think that that's good policy. And I think some of these Republicans that are taking Disney's side, they're basically showing themselves to be corporatists, because these are all corporate goodies. This is not the way you would run a competitive economy. And the arrangement had really outlived its usefulness, but it persisted because Disney was so politically powerful. I think the company's ethos have changed in a way that's alienated a lot of people in our legislature and in Florida, and so there was really no justification to keep it. But
do I think little Rhonda has a chance of beating Trump in the primaries? No, he never did, and he certainly has solidified that he won't now. The problem is, like, it's so stupid that it makes me feel like maybe his goal is to just like assume that Trump goes to prison.
I think that they should withdraw the lawsuit, but obviously we're going to defend our actions because we think we have the right to do what we did.
Because, like, who is he triangulating for here? It makes no sense.
Used to criticize Republicans for being in the pocket of big corporations, and now they're attacking you because you're not.
Well, not only that, David, it's interesting because the media in Florida for years had hammered Disney, and they would point out like that this was not a good arrangement, because Disney was not accountable to anyone. I mean, when the state control board took over this district, the firefighters came to the board and they said, hey, we weren't getting survivor benefits for some of these widows. And so the state control board actually paid out some of the benefits that they were getting stiffed on. There were a lot of people in Central Florida who were really thankful that there was some accountability being brought to bear, because, I mean, it's human nature. If there's no accountability over any individual or entity, of course, they're going to behave differently than if you have normal accountability. But the media was always very hostile to that. But just because I happen to be involved in bringing it back to reality and making sure that they were under the same laws, well, then all of a sudden they're running to Disney's defense. I mean, are you kidding me? And oh, by the way, on this project, they had announced this many years ago. They had not done anything for it, but that is actually not
also
in
bonus points for Elon's mic being louder than Rhonda's.
So none of the issues that are involved in their suit would have made a difference there. Obviously, as a publicly traded corporation, they have a fiduciary duty to do what's best for their shareholders. So I'm assuming if they were in better financial shape and they saw the project as lucrative, they would have gone forward with it. But I think clearly they've had some problems with their stock price and a lot of other issues. And I'd also just finally point out,
Elon is not catching Tracer because he has a bunch of dick riders.
More money than me because they were open during COVID and they were closed in California, and that went on for many, many months. Where literally I had all the theme parks.
I'm gonna take her out real quick.
Opened in 2020. People are going. It's safe. They're having fun, and the California parks were closed. I think they were closed for over a year out in California. So we were, I think, a much better place to be doing business, certainly since I've been governor.
Great. Let me shift gears here to the topic of education. I want to pull Chris Rufo into the conversation. I know he worked with you on some initiatives. I think, one other thing that the mainstream media has, I think, bashed on is they've kind of started promoting this narrative that you want to ban books from school libraries. You refuse to teach kids about slavery or other unpleasant realities of American history, or pretend that gay people don't exist. Since many people, I think, in this room, we're now up to, over 271,000 people. So this is, I think, totally unprecedented in terms of the numbers of people we have participating. By the way, I think Twitter's working much better now. I think it crashed because when you multiply 500,000 people in a room by an account with over 100 million followers, which is Elon's account, I think that created just a scalability level that was unprecedented. But with my meager followership, it seems to be working much better.
It's we have some scaling issues specifically related to my account. At one point in January, if I tweeted above a certain size, it would crash the servers. And then anyone else who was tweeting at the same time would lose their tweet as well.
So in any event, well, we're breaking new ground here.
Oh yeah, totally, dude. Radio was invented in 1899. Okay, shut the fuck up, breaking new ground here, dude. All the fucking Elon dick riders are so pissed off at me on fucking Twitter because of the radio tweet that I had. It's hilarious, dude.
Of the matter for people who maybe have never heard from you before, and then I want to pull Chris Rufo in on this as well.
Yeah, so the whole book ban thing is a hoax. There's not been a single book banned in the state of Florida. You can go buy or use whatever book you
Multicast
want.
versus
What
unicast,
we
a bad
have done is
comparison.
empowered parents with the ability to
I don't
review
think
the
radio was
curriculum,
connected to a
to know
server
which
that
books
generated
are
traffic for
being
hundreds of
used
millions of
in
users.
school,
It doesn't
and then
matter.
to ensure that those
It doesn't
books
matter,
match
you
state
fucking idiot.
standards
It was
and are
capable of
aged and
broadcasting audio
developmentally
to
appropriate.
millions,
So, for
hundreds of millions of
example,
people.
parents
Shut
have
the
flagged
fuck up.
books in
You are so
schools
stupid. Then
that,
use the
for
radio. Then use
example,
the radio.
teach
That's
middle
the
school
point.
kids how
You
to
guys are
use
so
sex
fucking
apps,
stupid.
that
Also,
provide
it doesn't
graphic
matter.
depictions of
It doesn't
sex
matter
acts and
because there
sex
are
toys
plenty
for
of other
people
channels
as
out
young
there,
as fifth
television,
grade.
and other
And so clearly
internet
that is
channels
not
out there where
appropriate
you can
to be in a middle
multicast,
school
where you can
classroom. And
actually
so
fucking
parents object,
literally
and
broadcast
schools
in real
take them
time
out.
to hundreds of millions.
I did a press conference that we called Exposing the Book Ban Hoax. And before I had the parents come up, before I spoke, I just played the video that had the images of the books.
Why don't
that
you
the
stream on radio?
parents
Because
had
I'm on a
objected
platform
being
that
in their
allows
kids'
me to
classroom.
fucking reach
And
out
the
to hundreds
local
of thousands of
news had
people
to cut
in
the
real
feed
time without
because they said it was
interruptions.
too graphic.
Unless
Well,
it's
if
the top
too
of the hour
graphic
ad
for the
break,
6 o'clock news, how is it okay
which comes at
for
the
a
top of
sixth
every
grader
hour,
or
but
a
you can
fifth grader?
pay
And
not
so
$8,
nothing's being banned.
but
They're
$5 a month
basically ensuring that we
to
make
avoid
curation
said
choices
interactions or
that are
said
consistent with state standards. And on the racial history, we
interruptions.
eliminated critical race theory from our K through 12 schools. That was the right thing to do. In other words, we're not going to take a kid who comes in at 6 years old and say they're an oppressor or oppressed based on what their race
You
is.
can also
That's
get it for free
divisive,
with
that's
the Twitch
wrong.
Prime.
We're also not going to be teaching
Or get
people,
gifted a sub if
to
you're
hate their
lucky.
country. But
Here's
what
the
we are
3-minute
gonna
ad
do
break
is
now.
teach the accurate history. So
Dynamic
in the
Jab
same
13, thank you for the
bill
5
that
gifted.
banned critical race theory, we
Henry Ender Hank, thank you for the 5 gifted.
teaching thoroughly about racial discrimination that occurred in American
So
history.
it's different. So
Florida's
breaking ground would be
history
an okay thing to
standards
say.
require all of those
So it's different, but you just don't care about the other factors. So it's different. Dude, you're different
all of that
from
to
like
be
a
taught,
normal person with an
and we'll
actively
continue to
functioning
do
brain.
that. So I think what you see
You're
is
so fucking
the
stupid.
left
They're
and the
broadcasting
media
audio over
colluding on
Twitter, you
this. They
fucking
don't
idiot.
wanna actually
We can broadcast
defend
audio
what
and
it
video
is
in real
that
time,
we are
and you
actually
fucking
legislating
mentally
or
stunted,
regulating, so
adolescent,
they create
diaper-wearing
these hoaxes that
dipshits can come
somehow
in here
you
and
don't
write
want,
shit back in real
kids to
time,
learn,
and I can react
that
in real
slavery
time.
existed in
So it's
America,
not
which
different,
is
is it?
preposterous.
It's just that
No
it's
one
different
actually
because this doesn't
defends
fucking work.
the offending
That's why it's
material.
different.
The question is
You
why
fucking
are they so
idiot!
intent
God,
on trying to
I
get
hate the
this
stupidity. It's
into
not the
classroom?
racism. It's not
And
the
I think it's part
sexism.
of
It's not the
political
fucking
agenda.
homophobia.
So
It's the
our
stupidity
mantra
that
is
makes me go
regardless of the
crazy.
schools,
Like I'm Al
education,
Pacino in
not
Heat.
indoctrination.
Fuck!
Yes, I think it's very
With your
inappropriate
tight
to have
ass!
sexually explicit material in a fifth grade library, 100%. But it's also the case that if you're focusing on that type of instruction, there's an opportunity cost involved. Why shouldn't we
This is
focus more on
different than
science or
radio.
reading or math? And so I think we're getting it right. And I think
That's an
almost
old ass
invariably,
reference. Many of you
Chris
Zoomers
Rufo's
don't
had to deal
know.
with
I
this
just watched it
too.
recently.
When they're trying to craft these narratives, if you just peel back the onion, you realize that this is something they're manufacturing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I was actually under the impression that there were some books banned, so this is news to me.
And they actually, the one this week was that Miami
Got a
Dade
great ass.
took a book that was about like poems from I think like Biden's inauguration, and they moved it from elementary school library to middle school library. The media tried to act like somehow this is being banned, and you actually had Miami-Dade County Public Schools spokesperson.
Bro, all I'm going to say
and
is
there's nothing
thank
that's been
fucking
banned or
God. Okay, this is so boring. Thank God Marat's fucking SpaceX launched satellite actually worked. Holy fuck. You do not launch with Elon Musk. Everyone knows this, okay? Thank fucking God. And that took like 8 tries too, so remember that. But oh my God, dude, imagine if he fucked over my brother's satellite in the same way that he just destroyed Ron DeSantis' like opening sequence. Oh my God, I would have lost my fucking mind, dude. Holy shit.
Woke test, and if they don't, they are going against some of those books. Whereas in Florida, you can buy whatever book you want, but that's a different question than what would be appropriate for a 3rd grader or what would be appropriate for a 6th grader. Government, by definition, has to make those choices.
Cat turd is gone.
About what type of curriculum we want to put in front of our students, and the
cat
parents
turd
obviously have an important voice in that.
That's my first ever cat turd. Like,
absolutely. Well, in fact,
we're rocking with Trump so hard after this, boys.
A blog called Wait But Wine is really one of the most reasonable people on earth and one of the most reasoned people I've ever met. had a lot of trouble actually publishing his book, simply because it debated sort of sacred cows of woke ideology. But an incredibly reasonable book. So that is the kind of de facto book banning and de facto book suppression that I see quite a lot of. Is that publishers are unwilling to take risks.
Let me shift gears here for a second, because I know we're running out of time. We're supposed to end, I think, around 4, but 4 Pacific. But thank you for giving us a little bit extra time here, Governor. Shifting gears to a major federal issue, immigration. We see I've seen these videos on social media and on TV of what looks like just insanity at the border. What is your take on what's going on there, and how would you address that as president?
Well, I'd reverse what Biden's doing. You need to shut the border down. You should not be entertaining these asylum claims for people crossing illegally. Asylum is a legitimate thing, but these are people that when they come, I mean, they're being persecuted. These people coming overwhelmingly are economic migrants that are coming across many other different countries. They should be applying for asylum there if they were, truly.
It's the law. Why are the migrants coming to get a job here?
Coming illegally. They know
just say racist shit, you fucking idiot.
Okay, come back for a court date in
just say something just use a slur.
It's an
spice it up.
Insane
You're
system.
fucking so cooked. Say the B word when referencing like Latino people or something. You are so cooked otherwise, okay? Even the fucking dumbasses in like Louisiana and everywhere. Even what was the lady? What was the lady who like who ran Kelly? What was it? Kelly Loeffler or something? Remember her? That forgettable fucking idiot. Even she had the decency to like stand side by side with white supremacists. No, not Carrie Lake. Kelly Loeffler in Georgia ran and stood side by side with like actual white supremacists, so she could get a little bit of momentum going for her campaign. Okay,
with the fentanyl,
he's so stupid. He's so dumb.
Doing something they probably shouldn't do, but in prior generations would not have been fatal.
Like you have to throw red meat at your base, you fucking idiot. Just hire me. I will help run your campaign. You are so stupid.
And I just don't think you could allow.
You're so bad. You're so stupid. You are going to get fucking cooked. Unless you think Trump is definitely going to jail, and maybe you can make an appeal to like some centrist Democrats that read the New York Times or something. You're fucking cooked, dog. You're so dumb.
Insanity once and for all.
The primary base wants you to say, execute LGBT on site. They don't want you to do like this whole nonsensical bullshit like, no, technically, no. Technically, no books are banned in Florida. Like, no, they want you to burn the books, okay? They want you to burn the books. They want you to burn the books publicly and be like, are you triggered now, liberals? This is what I think of your woke ideology. Wait, is it over? What's going on?
If Steve can unmute, then we'll go ahead and ask him for a question. If not, we'll keep rolling here. All right, 3, 2, going.
I'm there,
all right,
guys.
sorry, Steve.
I'm there, guys.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yeah, my bad.
Steve was cranking it, dude.
Massey said to Elon, Elon, if I put down money on January 1st, 2022,
bro, they're more obsessed with Elon than they are with Ron DeSantis. This is literally an Elon fuckfest.
As rich as you are on that bet right now. I mean, it's incredible what you have done here, and the restoration of a lot of accounts of people that were truth tellers and were ran from here for telling the truth. I saw a meme the other day that said, of course you have scientific consensus when you censor all the science.
I saw a meme the other day. This is Ron DeSantis. This is Ron DeSantis' campaign. Elon is getting throated by a guy who said, I saw a meme the other day.
Thank you.
This is disastrous, dude.
My question is a follow-up to you, Governor, on this very issue with immigration. We have heard a lot over the years.
Let me tell you something.
Lock her up.
Ron is probably so mad it's insane. I fucking doubt it, dog. You want to know why? Because he's too stupid to recognize how fucked he is. I don't even think he's pissed off. He probably thinks, oh, this went great.
Assurance that you can make to the people that are listening right now, all over the world and all over the country, that you can actually do the agenda that you just articulated when others tweeted about it and talked about it, but then couldn't actually follow through.
It's a great question because I share that frustration. I
Oh
think
my God, they're
even
asking him
my worst
podcast
critics in
questions.
Florida will acknowledge.
Oh my God,
When I
they're
tell
asking him
people I'm
podcast bro
gonna do
questions.
something, I don't make promises or say I'm going to do something lightly. I've thought
They're gonna
it
be like,
through,
tell us
and
about a
I know
time
that
where
I
you
am gonna
felt
follow
conflicted in
through
your
on
history.
what I tell people
They're about to
I'm gonna
ask him
do.
about
So
like
this
fucking
is
PUA
one,
shit.
there will be follow through.
Here is
Number two,
Red Pill Groiper
I
1344
different leverage
asking you a
points
question
that you
about
would have under
why
Article
women are
2 of the
bitches and should
Constitution.
remain in
I
the
studied
kitchen,
that a
and
lot
how
becoming
you will
governor
get
about
that,
Florida's
how you will
Constitution,
make it
doing
happen.
the same thing for the federal Constitution. And you've got to know how to use your leverage to advance what you're trying to accomplish. So, for example, there's leverage that we can use vis-a-vis Mexico that I think presidents have not been willing to do. I think sometimes for political purposes. But I'll look at, okay, what are all the variety of options we can do? Which buttons can I push? And I will do that to be able to bring this issue to a conclusion once and for all. We had Hurricane Ian come through Southwest Florida, Category 4+ storm, September of 2022, and it did a lot of damage. But one of the things it did, it knocked out a bridge going from the mainland to Pine Island, and it severed the Sanibel Causeway in 3 different locations. And the locals were being told it's going to take 6 months to get that stuff repaired. And so they came to me, even though these were not state-owned bridges, and they said, can you help us? And I said, okay, I'll do it. So I got my guys together. I said, listen, no bureaucracy.
Do you idiotic
no
liberals
red
do not
tape,
understand that
no
we know
excuses.
DeSantis is our best chance to win the
Get it
presidency? No
done.
shit, you
We
guys
need
want
to
Trump
open
to
these
win?
bridges back.
Dude, that's
Pine
awesome.
Island Bridge reopened
You're
3
so
days later.
dude, they have
Sanibel
they have
Causeway
Democratic
opened 2
Party
weeks after
style
that,
followers now in the
way ahead
Republican
of
Party.
schedule,
That's
because
so
we
sick.
wouldn't
They
take
got
no for an
libtards in
answer,
the
and we wanted
Republican
to make
Party.
sure we got it
That's
done. So
fire.
for me, it is not
Keep it
a
up, brother.
campaign,
I believe in you.
slogan
Keep
that
fighting
get
the
in
good
and then
fight.
forget about it. I'm, as an American citizen, if I wasn't running, this would be an issue that bothers me. I've put a lot of my capital as Florida governor
Another
involved
Tim Pool
in
lock.
combating illegal immigration. We banned sanctuary cities my first year. We just did a strong anti-illegal immigration.
Dude, we're
bill
about
in
to
Florida
get some
that's
real.
working.
He
I
would
put
win if you
Marine
vote for
assets
him
in the Florida
energy
Keys
from
to
these
help the
like
Coast Guard
centrist
repel boats
Republicans,
from
which I didn't
places
even know
like Haiti.
existed.
I have people at the southern border right now helping Texas, and we've even been able to relocate illegal aliens to places like Martha's Vineyard. So I don't think any governor has probably gone out of his way to do
Bro,
more
thinking he's
to
owning
try
the
to make an
libs.
impact on this issue.
Bro,
And
he can't even
I'm
own the
not gonna
medium.
take no for an answer. And I think our voters are sick of the empty promises. They want to see action.
Thank you, Governor.
Well, Governor, I saw the cover of Time Magazine this week, and I think they were trying to do a negative story because they had you were sort of scowling in this portrait.
Who are these unfuckable losers, man? They are so bad.
They compared you to the Terminator, and I think they meant insult, but I thought it was kind of cool. I thought it was a good thing because I think we need a cool-headed, ruthless assassin to go in and basically take on the woke mob, take on our out-of-control government, and take on problems like the ones at the border. So, again, I thought it made you sound great, even though that may not have been their intention.
Well, look, at the end of the day, this whole business that we're in is about producing results. I don't care about fanfare. I'm the governor, like that is, I'm known, right? And I go around the state and everything, and people are very nice. And so, I appreciate the well wishes, but I don't need any of the fanfare. I don't need any adulation. I just know I'm in a position where I have a chance.
Bro,
to
you
make
got
a
no
difference,
backers in the
and
Republican
I'm
Party,
either
first of
doing it or
all.
I'm
You've
not.
paid
I
for
remember
a bunch
sitting
of
at the
people
desk
to be on your team, but that's it.
State
You're
Capitol
so
my
cooked.
first day as governor 4.5 years ago. I looked around the room and I thought to myself, I don't know what SOB is going to succeed me in this chair, but they are not going to have anything to do because I'm getting all the meat off the bone. I'm going to make sure that I'm
For a
leading
guy
these
who ran as
issues
"Don't say
and making
gay"
an
as a
impact.
major
And we have
policy,
done
I've
that in the
never
state of
seen so
Florida.
many grown
I
men
bring
suck
that
each other's
exact
cocks
attitude,
in front of this
up
many
to,
people, okay?
1600 Pennsylvania
He's getting
Avenue.
sucked. He's doing the
Governor, I'd
sucking.
love to,
He's getting
to
fucked.
jump
He's
in
doing the
and follow
fucking.
up on that. This is
It's a
Chris Rufo,
real
and,
lemon
I've had the
party,
honor of working with
okay?
you in the past few years on critical race theory, gender ideology, and the DEI bureaucrucy. And what I've seen
They have Christopher
up close and
Rufo
personal
on.
is that while many
This
conservative
fucking
politicians
loser.
going back decades have made headlines,
Christopher Rufo literally lost the Republican
culture war, they never
midterms,
actually get
man.
anything done. And what you've done over the last few years is really astonishing. You've eliminated CRT from all Florida's public institutions. You've stopped gender ideology dead in its tracks in K through 12. And just last week, you eliminated
stopped
the
gender
DEI
ideology
bureaucracy
dead
in
in
all
its
of Florida's
tracks, sir.
public
Thank you.
universities. They'll be shut down completely. And I think what you've done is established a blueprint for fighting back against the left's long march of the institutions and making sure that those institutions reflect the value of Florida voters, not left-wing activists and the partisan press. So my question for you is, DC is another animal. It's quite different, the scale of the federal government. And how are you going to deliver results? And what is your culture war strategy facing down the swamp in DC?
He blowing bubbles on it. Oh no!
In this respect, when we're taking on things like DEI, you get blowback from legacy media and the far left. But that's an example of an issue where they are out of step with the vast majority of Americans. It's not just Republicans. It's independents and a lot of Democrats. Because you think about if you're a parent and you've got kids, you want to know when they apply to college, they're going to be judged based on their merit. And they're not going to be roadkill in some type of woke Olympics where they didn't fit some category and so they're denied opportunity. They want to make sure that achievement matters. And so we get a lot of quiet support for a lot of those things. And so I think what I do, just because, look, I'm a blue collar kid. I grew up in the Tampa Bay area, working minimum wage to get through school. My grandfather worked in the steel mill in Western Pennsylvania. I just know instinctively kind of what like normal people think about all this stuff. And I have a good sense of when the legacy media and the left are outside of where the average American is, because people want you to be using common sense. And things like DEI, I mean, when I was growing up, I think things were better because people were actually told you should try to get along. Now they're told you need to segregate. And it's just crazy that they're trying to do all this stuff. So by eliminating that, there's a lot of people that were really happy about that, including people that certainly are not traditional Republicans. And I think there's similar issues when you do in the federal level. It's also the case that there are some tools at the federal level that we don't necessarily have at the state level. For example, some of the problems with the university and the ideological capture, that didn't happen by accident, can trace back all the way to the accreditation cartels. Well, guess what? To become an accreditor, how do you do that? You've got to get approved by the U.S. Department of Education. So we're going to be doing alternative accreditation regimes where instead of saying you will only get accredited if you do DEI, you'll have an accreditor that will say, we will not accredit you if you do DEI. We want a colorblind,
the whole point of like destroying woke agenda shit is not for the nerdy bureaucracy of it. It's to fucking own the libs. Okay? If you're over here talking about how I'm going to destroy DEI through the institutional powers afforded to me by the Constitution, nobody's paying attention to that. The people that want you to burn books want you to just say, I'm burning books, you fucking idiot. Stop. This is literally the Elizabeth Warren method, dude. Looking at Bernie Sanders' success and then trying to do the Elizabeth Warren style, like, well, we're going to make the military more green. Like, you're so fucking stupid.
Moored in a more foundational direction about, hey, we're pursuing truth here, and we're not here to try to impose one niche ideology on the entire student body.
Oof.
Great. Shifting gears. Dana Lash, you have a question or comment?
Dana is paid for by the fucking DeSantis
thank you both,
campaign.
So much for your time, for joining us in a very new way. I really appreciate that. I think it's really cool. And for your support of free speech too. And Elon, I have to say thank you for taking the arrows and for unthrottling the accounts of all of us who got in trouble for sharing a New York Post story about a laptop. And Governor,
what's it going to take for you to stop chewing to the fucking mic? I mean, what's it going to take for you to shut the fuck up? Oh, you're banned now.
Second Amendment rights. And you're on my program tomorrow. And I just got to say, you got my vote in the primary. So I appreciate it very much. You were talking about DEI just a minute ago.
Audio
and
pedophile, be gone.
About this growing threat against natural rights and free enterprise. It's this threat of debanking. Now, I know that, Elon, I've read so much about you and what you've gone through. You've called ESG criteria evil incarnate. Governor DeSantis, Florida, saw financially weaponized wokery earlier this year when Wells Fargo Bank dumped both the business and personal accounts of a very prominent and well-respected gun dealer in Florida. They'd been together for 25 years working with Wells Fargo, and they cited new ESG guidelines. Now, similar to the DOJ's previous Operation Choke Point, all these activists for various causes are using this regulatory guidance to debank what they consider to be politically incorrect businesses for the sake of risk management. Now, we say that our rights should not be infringed upon by the government, but what can and should be done about activist-guided financial institutions and these payment processors who are essentially cutting off law-abiding citizens and businesses?
How will you prosecute
it's
PayPal?
a fundamental issue that I think not enough conservatives have been wise to. I think more and more are. But at the end of the day, we have certain fundamental rights. And so maybe you're somebody that is really excited about your Second Amendment rights. And obviously, if the government comes in and infringes that, we know you blow the whistle on that. That's a problem. But what if Wall Street banks are colluding so that somebody can't function in that space, whether it's running a store or anything involving that? Your rights are still being infringed upon in that situation. And so I think this whole ESG movement is really trying to do through the financial sector what they could never achieve through the ballot box. And so they're trying to do an end run around the constitutional system, and they're really trying to change policy. They're trying to change society, and they're trying to change the scope of people's rights. And so in Florida, I just signed anti-ESG legislation, which said things like no ESG criteria in our pension fund. We got a $180 billion state pension fund. No social credit scores for consumers when they're going to bank. In other words, if you apply for a loan, that loan should be judged based on your credit worthiness, not whether you're genuflecting to the appropriate left-wing causes. But one thing we did do is we did provide protection against this debanking with the woke banking. No discrimination based on your religion and other things, which we know is happening. So I think it's a fundamental question, but we will not be a free society if major financial institutions.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This goes back to my main point of contention with this. Okay, I said this I said this last year when we were talking about like Ron DeSantis' bona fides, right? Because like Ethan was like very afraid. Austin was very afraid of Ron DeSantis. Do you remember? And I told you guys something even back then. If Ron DeSantis wants to win, he's fucked. One, because he's following Trump's lead, obviously. But like he literally is in every Republican, as a matter of fact, is in a horrible situation now, where their primary audience and the general audience are very different, right? The primary voter base and the general voter base are very different. So if you're trying to triangulate to the primary base and you're actually like advocating for insane policies, you have to be able to have the charisma, like the once in a lifetime charisma, like Donald Trump, to be able to push for that kind of thing. But if you do that, then you're fucking up your chances with the general voter population, okay? And you're fucking up your chances with the Republican Party who wants to prop you up. Okay? The Republican Party is not going to prop you up if you're going freak mode. They're asking him about cryptocurrency? Oh my God.
Represents a threat to them. And so, as you're saying, they're trying to regulate it out of existence. Look, could Congress enact a statute to ban things like Bitcoin under the Constitution? They may be able to do. I would oppose that. I think people should be able to do Bitcoin.
I've told you, they're fucking asking him podcast bro questions now.
In this fashion, and for the bureaucracy to just do it on their own and make it so people can't operate in that space. That's what we mean when we say we've got to return the government to the people's elected representatives who are our voice to be able to make these decisions.
Yeah, Trump was barely online. He just posted a lot. He genuinely doesn't have the attention span to wade deep through the psychotic culture war stuff, even though he probably agrees with it.
Bitcoin,
DeSantis' operation is all about attracting and appeasing those online culture wars. It failed with Blake Masters. Why would it work with Rhonda?
I just do not have an itch to have to control everything.
They're running Blake Masters again
in this space, and I think that the current regime clearly they have it out for Bitcoin, and if it continues for another 4 years, they'll probably end up.
Yeah, he's really gonna win the crypto maximalists with this one, a big constituency. Listen, man, all the crypto maximalists have already killed themselves because their shitcoin that they invested into fell apart. And their wife left them, and the children think they're fucking losers, okay? They can't vote for you because they're dead. They dove into a fucking bathtub with a toaster after their 11th shitcoin popped off. What
So
the
shout
fuck
out
do
to
you
all the
mean?
Doge,
Who are
Doge
you
fans
going to
out
run?
there.
Who are you
But
running
the weird
for?
thing is that this administration, they seem to want to ban Bitcoin, but they want to create a CBDC, which stands for a central bank digital currency.
You literally just talk out of your ass,
what's
go
your
take a
take
shower,
on that?
you stinky son of a bitch.
So we were the first state just last month. We actually got the Florida legislature to
When I got
pass a
motherfuckers
law
with this
that says
avatar,
Florida does not recognize
when I got
central
motherfuckers
bank
with this
digital
avatar
currency,
calling
but
me
some states
stinky,
were
you
actually
know,
adding that to their uniform
you know I'm the
criminal
most
code.
showered
I
motherfucker
know
on the
the federal
planet.
government studying this. We did the
That's your
opposite.
PFP dog.
Now,
I
the
am
reason why
literally
we
the
did
most
that is
showered
what the
motherfucker on the
Federal
planet.
Reserve has said
Okay,
as well. We're
that's
gonna consult
projection.
with Congress. We'll consult with the executive branch. We don't have a CBDC right now, and ideally, we would get authorization for Congress. Well, wait a minute. It's not ideally. You must get authorization from Congress. I don't think Congress would.
Love how
authorize
angry
it,
Hassan gets about
but
this.
they
Little brain, big
unilaterally
body,
try to do
Bushido
this. We're
blade.
trying to provide protection for people here in Florida. I know Biden did executive order. They're studying it. I can tell you, if I'm president, we are not doing a central bank digital currency. I think that would be a huge, huge imposition on people's financial freedoms and financial privacy. And oh, by the way, what would the logical result of this be? If the central authority has oversight over this, of course they're going to start imposing ESG criteria. Oh, wait a minute. You filled up your gas tank 3 times this week. You can't do any more. The sky of how they would be able to manipulate this. So I see it as a massive transfer of power from individual consumers to a central authority. And I don't think that that's good for a free society. So I'm a no on central bank digital currency.
Wow,
Yeah.
thank God.
Well, Governor, I want to.
This is a really important question. I'm glad he addressed it.
But I know you only had an hour, and we've gone over that. So I want to be
Dude, is there more? Are there more like fucking random petty online squabbles you want to address?
Yeah.
You fucking idiots. DeSantis, you're so stupid. You stupid motherfucker. You dumb meatball fuck you. What the fuck? I thought you could at least have a little bit of fucking life so that this could be a long enough campaign for us to enjoy the content of. You just fucking ethered your own goddamn self talking about cryptocurrency and Dogecoin when you're announcing your presidential run. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? What? Ask him more about memes, guys. Ask him about memes, please.
In November of 2024. God bless everybody and thank you.
Well, thanks, Governor. And yeah, we have over 300,000 people in the room. It's really been pretty incredible. And, you know, we started with some technical issues because of the sheer scale of and unprecedented nature of what we were doing. But it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I think this finished really strong. So,
yeah, I think it's just
oh,
really
yeah,
great for
dude, copium.
the people to hear directly from presidential candidates and to have it in a conversational tone, which obviously results in, you know, it's going to be imperfect because it's not scripted. So, but it's genuine. And I think that really gives the people an opportunity to understand who might be their president in a way that's real. So thank you very much for coming on and doing this.
And the invitation's open to any other candidates who might want to do this.
Absolutely. It is important for people to hear directly from candidates. So thank you for working on this historic event. And looking forward to
thank you,
conversations
sir.
And just
this was incredible. Bro.
Alrighty, everybody. Thank you for just.
Bye.
Bro,
bye-bye.
Elon dick riders are so fucking funny. They will never not be entertaining, no matter how fucking stupid they are, no matter how much I yell at them, because sometimes they get too dumb in the chat. The idea that like this is history is so fucking funny. Like fireside chats exist, okay? Number one, they did not reinvent the medium. They tried and failed to do what radio's been doing for like hundreds of years, okay? They could have done this as a Twitch stream and it would have been more viable and it would have been more successful and more eyeballs would have seen it, okay? It is so fucking stupid. It is so Jover. And even then, it was an embarrassingly small number of people that tuned in, okay? Even at 400,000, that is an embarrassingly low number of people tuning in. eBay fucking clears Ron DeSantis and Elon Musk. Remember, that's the entire platform backing him, okay? Cutie Cinderella has had higher viewership. Are you fucking joking? Are you joking? Asmongold has had higher viewership. Get the fuck out of here. Much hype, Ron DeSantis presidential announcement, a disaster on Twitter. Now they're fucking grilling him. Why? Because there's two different reasons. because DeSantis sidestepped Rupert Murdoch and went to fucking Twitter. Okay? So it's like, of course they're going to fuck him over because now they're like, oh, you're eating crow. Have fun. Have fun with that. Good job on going to Twitter. Okay? It's so stupid, dude. It is so pathetic. It's so profoundly stupid that he did this. Like, I don't know. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to end this. Like, this is preposterous, but also hilarious. Thank you so much. I just want to thank Ron DeSantis for giving us content. I'm a little upset. Because I thought his campaign would have more life in it so that we could potentially, make fun of it for longer. It does strike me as a dead campaign now. Hopefully there's still a little bit more life in it. You know what I mean? Hopefully, for our sake. But it is absolutely, unimaginably stupid. Crashing was way more content than the actual talk. That was so fucking boring. The talk was boring. Ron DeSantis and the way he has triangulated himself is already stupid. He's like backed himself into a corner. Is he the crazy own the libs guy who's doing crazy fascist policies? Or is he the civility guy who's going to restore sanity? Remember, he started off by saying he's going to restore sanity. Are you Hillary Clinton? Are you Hillary Clinton? He even used the Obama reference. He said we must not look backwards, we must look forward. He's got a shit ton of money, though. It doesn't matter. You can have a shit ton of money. So did fucking, Michael Bloomberg had a shit ton of money in the Democratic primaries. How far did that get him? So did that other billionaire guy whose name I forgot already from California. It was so boring. Your viewership wasn't even above normal levels, which basically means it was a normal news day. That's what I'm saying. Now, Donald Trump just released a video mocking Ronald McDonald DeSantis. Let's take a look.
We are kind of melting the servers. To freedom and is willing to put his money where his mouth is, upset the narrative control imposed on us by our government.
It's over.
Have Governor DeSantis make this. We're just trying.
Dude, there are so many parts of this that you could fucking absolutely rip apart. Like, talking about memes, talking about cryptocurrency. Are you fucking joking, dude? You didn't vet the people who are going to question you? What are you, fucking stupid? Are you that desperate? Are you that stupid? You really thought this was going to work? Oh, God, he's so stupid. He never had a chance to begin with. Yes. He never had a chance to begin with.
That people keep pushing back.
Okay. But, like, he buried the fraction of a shot that he had. At this point, any money that the Republican Party is giving to Ron DeSantis, specifically so that he could be like the guy, a tempered Trump, is already, it's done. It's time to go. Was I a good campaign? No. It's just so stupid. You fucking called it yesterday that this was going to have all kinds of technical difficulties. I'm going to be honest with you. That's not that big of a lock. I would say that it would be impressive, but it's not, okay? I think it was the most obvious lock of the century that, like, Twitter was going to poop and not be able to handle audio for 400,000 people. Like, that's crazy to me, okay? I stream on a platform that gets millions of fucking concurrent viewers every day with audio, with video, with real-time chatter feedback. Like, he couldn't do a radio show, dude. He couldn't do a radio show, man. They've been doing that since, like, the fucking beginning of the 1900s, okay? It's so bad. It's so fucking stupid. And you know, here's the copium. I think it's cool that someone tried something new and circumvented legacy press. It's the maiden voyage for this many years, and it won't be the last time. It's not the maiden voyage. It's not. That's the other part of this. It's not the fucking maiden voyage, okay? You could have gone in a much better direction. You could have gone to literally YouTube. You could have gone to fucking Twitch. You could have gone to Facebook. You could have gone to any other platform and they would have been able to handle this. Twitter was the one out of the major platforms that was demonstrably incapable of handling this. And you went there because you're the type of dumbass who believes in Elon's bullshit. That's it. And that's what happened. But I love it. I love it mostly because, you know, obviously this was going to be a failure regardless. But I love it also because, like, this kind of, once again, proves that Elon Musk is a fucking dumbass. And I thought, possibly, perhaps, that the Elon dick riders would have seen this as a moment, okay, for clarity. They would have seen this as a moment for honesty. I really thought that the Elon dick riders would have fucking turned around and gone, okay, yeah, it's kind of bad that he can't even run his own website, and promised to do a fucking campaign launch, which was supposed to be historic, and failed disastrously because he fired everyone that knows how to run this goddamn website. Okay? No, I was wrong. Boy, was I wrong. Oh my fucking Lord. I posted that. I posted the radio thing, and the Elon dick riders have been fucking eating my ass ever since. It's actually different. It's actually different. Stream to that then. Multicast versus unicast, a bad comparison. I might be wrong, but I don't think that the radio was connected to a server that generated traffic by the hundreds of millions of users. Your idiot is showing that doesn't broadcast. And AM/FM radio technology is much easier than the data servers behind a Twitter workspace. Then use that, you fucking idiot. Use that. Why didn't you use that then? Why didn't you use that? You didn't use that because you're an idiot. You didn't use that because you're dumb. They act like websites currently don't exist outside of fucking Twitter that handle this load. You can't relate 23K Andy. That's hilarious. I'm a fucking singular Twitch streamer. This is kind of exactly what I'm talking about with the rollout suck because of the technology issues, but this is a pure snark theater criticism and not any substance. Eagerly waiting Nate's explanation why never Trumpers should pretend that this DeSantis Musk rollout was in fact a huge success. Wait, what? Is Nate Silver backing DeSantis? Bro, they didn't even fully understand your argument and ignored that your channel was boasting 225K while the rest of the site was up. Yeah, they're stupid. They're incredibly fucking stupid. They bought the blue check mark. Okay? They bought the blue check mark. They're already so stupid. If you bought the blue check mark, then, you know, I expect a level of fucking idiocy from you, and you're delivering every single time. I just want to know why DeSantis is trying to appeal to and win the votes of weird crypto libertarians when they frequently talk about how they hate voting. Bro, there aren't that many fucking weird crypto guys anyway. Like I said, they all got shellacked. They all got shafted. They don't have money anymore. They're not even a crypto bro because they don't have crypto. BBC radio broadcasts 27 million people a week. Not being able to do 400K is sad. Yeah. We had, between me and AOC, we had more than 400,000 viewers without a single fucking tech issue. And that was audio and video. If you cannot comprehend how fucking disastrous this is, then society has really failed for allowing simpletons like yourself to survive, okay? I truly don't know how hard you got babied up until this fucking point. Like, literally. It genuinely does not make sense. They are making it seem as though there's no other websites on the planet that can handle that fucking load. Every other website on the planet can handle that. Oh my God. No child left behind, ruin an entire generation. No, these people are stupid, man. They're fucking, they're older. They're dumb, but they're older. They're not like the no child left behind generation. They're like older than me half the fucking time. I live in Florida, and it's the same. It's the best state since Ron has pulled us. You don't know shit about anything. I promise you, will save real America, you stinky fuck. I think it's shower time. Shower alarm, go, man. What? Why does motherfuckers keep saying shower? That's my line. All you do is talk about people in Ron DeSantis, but you never say anything about him. Genuinely a good candidate. You don't want to admit. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. Oh, it's fucking Earl Sweatshirt, who I actually know personally and have balled with. He would hate you, by the way. For the record, I just want to let you know. The people that you idolize, I sometimes meet in the real world. And I promise you, if he ever met you, he would think you're disgusting. Dude, it's awesome. There's Ron DeSantis simps. I love this. This is pretty fucking awesome. It's a Nazi dog whistle gas shower, they mean? What? No, they're not. What? No. Ron DeSantis endorsed Kanye. Jew tweets go to his Twitter. You guys act like Ron DeSantis. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, maybe he is a Nazi. Oh, shit. Maybe he does mean gas showers. I hope DeSantis wins. Then the Republicans will have a bigger chance of losing the election. Ron DeSantis is so lame. You got to be far right. At least support Trump. Yeah, that's what I don't get. If you're like far right and you're making like Nazi, shower references, then why aren't you pro-Trump? You know what I mean? That's actually something I don't understand. Like, legitimately, I want to know. Lol, hop in a call. Yeah, I think I'm good on that. Just answer my question. If you are making like Nazi references and stuff, okay, if you're like a groiped up shouty, then why do you like Ron DeSantis over Trump? Yeah, let me hop in a call so you can like scream the N-word as your voice breaks numerous times, dude. Oh, let me hop in a call. Yeah, totally, man. Let me do that. Fucking loser. Donald is a loser. Yeah, Ron DeSantis is a fucking loser. An even bigger loser. He's trying to emulate a loser, you idiot. DeSantis is better at implementing fascism. You smell like shit, Ron over Ronald Reagan. There, I said it. LOL. Not gonna answer. He's a fucking pet. Yeah, look, gave me money for school. He also wear Rick Owens. Yeah, he's a pet. He's a fucking idiot. He's just trolling. I don't think this person is even, I don't think he meant like Nazi gas chamber style memes. I think he just said that I stink. We love Donald Trump here. You better keep his fucking name out of your goddamn mouth. You hear me? I'll fuck you up, bitch. In the marketplace of ideas, of course. You better not fucking come after my boy Donald. You understand? With some bullshit ass Ron DeSantis shit. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Well, this is a Donald Trump. This is a Donald Trump safe space, okay? Anyway. This is a evergreen tweet where he fucking destroyed Elon Musk. When Elon came to the White House asking me for help on his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without which subsidies he'd be worthless. He's right, by the way, again. And telling me how he was a big Trump fan and a Republican, I could have said, drop to your knees and beg, and he would have done it. That's so fire. Elon would literally drop to his knees and beg right now to get Trump back on Twitter. If Trump got back on Twitter, Elon Musk would probably be able to like return some of the revenue. You being serious? Why do you like Donald Trump? What? Dude, what are you talking about? Joe Biden will be streaming Fortnite with streamer Ninja. We tried to stream with George Bush, but he kept bombing Tilted, says Ninja. What? No, man, I don't actually genuinely like Trump. I mean, I think he's content, but that's it. Elon Musk, I was on live and 5 times kicked off. Grr, says Doris Gentry. These are the new wave, dude. This is the new wave of Twitter users, the Twitterati. Fuck, man. Former Vice Mayor Napa, California God, Police, MAGA, count ballots by hand, anti-woke, Mensa, constitutionalist, guns don't kill people. Guns don't kill people, do. I love her. Anyway, Dana Loesch, who is paid for to be saying this dumb shit. We all talked about the new means of info distribution in the legacy press and left hope that anything this platform attempts fails because it presents a challenge to their control. Okay. Grandma is Mensa, but she's not smart enough to fucking, I don't know, not smart enough to fucking not buy Twitter Blue. Okay, let's watch this.
Who would you rather have as president in 2024, Trump or DeSantis?
As much as they talk shit about Trump, he's probably the best thing for America right now, no cap. Really.
Trump.
Andrew Tate.
My man Trump, he's gangsta. I like him. I love him.
Why?
When Trump was president, nobody really f***ed with us. Other nations respected us.
Yeah, no, totally.
I think you need somebody in office that got a little bit of gangsterness, a little bit of personality. You need that. Make America great again. Let's go.
Who would you rather?
Yo, fucking Florida is so stupid, dude. It's going to be underwater soon. It's going to be underwater soon. It's fine. It's going to be underwater soon. Even the website is scuffed. Wait, no fucking shot. There is no way that this is the actual website. What? We've only just begun to fight for our great American comeback. What is that? The fuck is that? It doesn't make sense. A poker chip with a check in the middle? I know. But like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make, this is the, no shot. This is the website? It's WinRed. I think that's just a donation website, not his official campaign website. Oh my God. That's got to be a phishing site. RonDeSantis.com redirects there. Wait, what? It says it's not secure. And there's a gator. New Trump dropped about Rhonda, little Rhonda. Oh, we watched this already. But like the problem is he's on fucking Truth Social. So like this is a banger tweet that would have gotten like hundreds of thousands of likes in the same time frame. But unfortunately, because he's on Truth Social, what is this? 2,000 retweets, 7,000 likes. Like you can't do that, brother. That shit would have blown up on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Elon's statement. Let's see what he said. All presidential candidates are most welcome on this platform. Bro, he wants Trump back so bad. gonna do a sexy face, a sexy emoji. Where is it? Why can't I find it? What the fuck? Am I not seeing it? Okay, I'll do flushed. Little Rhonda's great comeback, dude. He thinks that he basically thinks that he could get Trump back if he had Little Rhonda on. Doesn't realize that like it was a failure and Trump's just making fun of him. So much chatter about Governor Ron DeSantis being socially awkward with no personality and humor. But when I spent time with him recently, I thought he was a personable, smart, direct, funny, confident, and laser focused on doing his job and winning. If I were Trump, I'd be very worried. Why are they standing like that? Wait, why are they, what? Wait, they're both manlets? What the fuck? Dude, first of all, last time a president was under 6 foot, he was on a wheelchair, okay? Just letting you know. So, pretty sure that already is like a major fucking marker for big homie over here. Well, little guy. George W. Bush was 5'11". Okay, no one is 5'11". That means he was 6 foot. Don't say manlet, say short king. No, there's a difference between manlets and short kings. Little Rhonda is a manlet. Noel Miller is a short king. Ay. This is so good. There's a lot that we need to cover, but I do want to go to Fox News Live to see what the fuck they're saying about how disastrous this has been, okay? Dude, if I was Tucker Carlson right now, I'd be fucking shitting my diapers, okay? This is your future, brother. Have fun.
New tonight, no deal. The deadline for a debt ceiling vote is just 8 days away, and there is...
Boo, boring.
They're there. That's awesome. Yeah, they're incredible people, man.
You saw all the stuff we put in these homes,
man,
right?
I was blown away.
And they deserve it. They've earned it. This is not, of course, we give them a mortgage-free home, but look what they gave up. They gave up their bodies. So, Cole, why should Americans...
Boo, boring. Yeah, we saw the Fox homepage. The assumption as recently as a few months ago was DeSantis had a huge advantage and the Murdoch Fox was prepared to go to bat for him. Now they're now stressed by a lawsuit, Carlson fallout, facing competition, and he's getting killed in coverage right out the gate instead. Yep. Why did he post his dad's fucking truth on Twitter with the term, yikes? God, they're all such fucking losers, man. Let's see what Ben Shapiro had to say, though. Tonight was a perfect encapsulation of the campaign. If you're obsessed with the optics of Twitter Spaces glitch, then you're probably not going to vote DeSantis. If you're interested in political substance, DeSantis is likely your candidate. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, is he writing? Is he writing for DeSantis? He's so cooked. DeSantis is so fucking cooked, dog. Oh, he's so cooked. Like, Ben Shabibo was writing for anyone but Trump early on. Just remember, until he won the primary. And then he was, of course, forced into supporting Donald Trump, just like all the other Republicans were. Charlie Kirk was another person like this. At least Charlie Kirk now is smart enough to still be riding on that Trump train and not fucking, take the first ramp off on DeSantis Avenue. So dumb. So fucking dumb. These guys are so stupid. Yeah, exactly. 650,000 listeners crashed the site. The PlayStation Showcase today had well over 2 million views and it went fine. Exactly, dude.